Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Monday, August 4th. Happy Monday everyone. 6:22 right now. We got market opening up in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up liquidity over here real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. That's a 4 hour. Down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30 minute. Down to the 15 minute. Down to the 10 minute. Back down to the 1 minute here. All right, looks good. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, August 4th. It is 6:25 right now. We got market opening up in about 5 minutes. I marked up liquidity over here. Um, Looks like price here has been a little choppy and rangy down this range right here between the supply and demand levels. This morning, kind of similar to what was happening last week. There's not really much catalyst in the market today, as you guys can see from the calendar. There's nothing really being announced this today specifically. Tomorrow we have inflation news, S&P Global Services PMI, ISM Services PMI, gas stock change on Wednesday, jobs data on Thursday, and Friday's a little bit of a slow day. So this whole week is not really too heavy on news, which is a good thing because we're not going to expect too much craziness happening in the market. If anything, volatility might be a little lower, might be a little easier to identify price action and market structure. But we'll see what happens here once market actually opens up. The big thing that's going to be happening this week is the tariff news. So there's not a lot of economic news, but there's going to be tariff news happening in the next couple of days, of course. So we'll see what happens here shortly. How the market reacts to that. Looking over here at the daily outlook. So we're in a new month, guys. We're in August. We have the monthly outlook over here for August. Overall market bias is neutral to bearish. For the weekly, we are neutral to mildly bearish. And for the daily over here, we're currently neutral to bullish, early bias, which can easily shift to bearish. So guys, if you guys haven't looked at this, just go to the Discord. Over here under announcements, I posted all of the outlooks for this month so far. So the daily outlook for today, August 4th, the weekly outlook for August 3rd to 8th, and the monthly outlook for August 2025. So if you guys haven't seen that, um, this is all available to you guys for free on the Discord. So just go to the Discord, go to the announcements, or scroll down to monthly, weekly, daily outlooks here. And we have all of the outlooks set up for the month, the week, and the day. So that said, guys, we got market opening up in about 3 minutes. Looking at current price right here, like I said, the volatility is a little low right now, but this is Monday and this is technically a brand new month. So I'm expecting some volatility to come up in a few. So in about 3 minutes here, we'll see what happens, and then we'll go from there. Hey, Sam, morning. Morning, Daniel. Morning, Mohammed. Morning, Steven. Morning, Ben. Morning, everybody. All right, so with that said, guys, let's see what happens here in a few once market opens up. We got market opening up in about 3 minutes. Overall trend right now is currently mixed. 1 minute time frame is currently neutral. You can see price here just shifted above the pivots. Trend meter is blue. Pivots are angling sideways. 5 minute over here, price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling to the downside. 15 minute over here, price is neutral. Price is in between the pivots. Trend meter is green. Pivots are going sideways. 30 minute over here, trend is neutral. Price is in between the pivots. Price is going sideways. Pivots are going sideways. Over here on the 1 hour, price is bearish. Price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling to the downside. And for the 4 hour over here, price is bearish. Price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red, and pivots are angling to the downside. So with that said, we have pretty much a mixed bias across the board here, guys, with regard to the trend. So we'll see what happens here in a few once market opens up. Like I said, once volatility picks up here, we're probably going to get some directional movement. And then once we have that directional movement, we probably start to see where price is likely to push from there. But you can see price here has been consolidating and ranging between this supply and demand or support and resistance, whatever you want to consider it, since pretty much London session from earlier this morning. Price was ranging, consolidating in this lower zone earlier, push up to this upper zone, and now it's ranging between here now. We got market opening up in about 30 seconds, guys. Momentum breakout for today is going to be a buy if anybody's looking to take that. We'll be looking for the orb entry once the first two candles have opened up. And then we'll just go from there. We're going to play by ear, kind of understand how the market's going to be moving for today once it actually opens, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, 30 seconds till market open. As you guys know, Monday you should be a little careful with the market. You don't want to jump into anything too early unless you have something that looks really good. So just be smart about your positions for today, guys. You can see price is still stuck within this range. So we got a lot of liquidity sitting up here. So a ton of liquidity up here and a ton of liquidity down here, both sides. See, the problem with our entries lately is that we have entries that come up, but they still stay stuck within the structure here. So we got price pushing down right here. We had basically a liquidity sweep from this higher high. Price is now pushing up. So let's see. We got opening price right here. Big spike back and forth. So we got a spike down right here for 28 points, spike up over here for 30 points. The momentum breakout is currently running in profit. Looks like it just hit TP right there. Yeah, momentum breakout right there just hit for 50 points if you guys are looking to take that. The orb over here is starting to set up. It's a pretty heavy push. So it's a price spike right here. All right, gonna clean this up a little bit. Price spiked up pretty heavy right there. It's currently in the supply zone up here. So this will be tricky if you guys are looking to take the orb in either direction. It's going to be tricky for a buy here because if price does push up, you're going to be stuck within the supply zone, and you have the sessions right here, Asia high. And then it's going to be tricky down here because if price comes back below, you have the demand level. So we'll see what happens. This candle is about to close right here. The 1 minute is very bullish. 5 minute has this huge candle. 15 minute has this huge candle as well. So price is attempting to push up higher. Here's an orb high. Orb high right here is going to be at 44,006. So if you guys are looking to take the orb entry, it's going to be up there. If you're taking the orb entry below, it's going to be at 43,890. So two different orb entries right here, depending on what you guys are looking for. Again, I think the buys here are going to be a little tricky if you guys are looking to take the orb. I probably will hold off on that buy orb because there's a it's gonna be a tricky entry for sure. because you'll be here at the sessions. But I mean, if price does break above and continue climbing up super high, then this could be a possible good entry to the upside because we do have liquidity up here and we have upper supply zones. So if you guys are looking to take the orb, it's going to be right here at 44,006. I'll follow for you guys. I don't think I'm going to take it yet. I don't quite like the volatility here. So it did fill. It's currently running right now in profit, guys. This is the orb entry. It's currently running in profit. Yeah, this spike here was just, it's a crazy spike. Hey, Lila, morning. Like this here is just out of the norm. See, the reason why I'd be kind of careful with the orb here is because I would expect this to be a bit overextended. It's pushed up about 111 points. It's open. Like we had a nice little orb right here and like breaking continuation, then okay, great. But I think this here is a bit overextended. So I'm not in this orb right here. Just following it for you guys. Like I said, this is a tricky area because we're in the supply zone and it's also touching the sessions right there. I mean, it could be a possible break and retest of the sessions though. So I mean, this could be a good entry. It's just too many things pointed towards overextension, so it's not one that I'd be looking to take here, of course. Let's take a look at the market profile. So market profile over here on the 30-minute, we do have a bottom rejection right here. We also have a top rejection. So we have rejections on both ends. Rejection off the point of control right here, rejection off the value high up here. Going to the 1 hour over here, we do have the same thing. Rejection off point of control, rejection off the value high. So you can see how a lot of manipulation is happening right here at the sessions. This is why I avoid trades at the sessions and also at supply. So I didn't get into the position here, guys. I'm just following it for you guys. Looks like the orb here did not hit. Might have spiked and then possibly a shoot back up. So it looks like we dodged a bullet right there, guys. I'm using my analysis here to our advantage because obviously I saw the overextension. That's why I decided not to take the orb there. Again, if the orb wasn't super far spread out, if it was like a small orb and a continuation, I would have taken it. But because it's pushed up so far, not exactly my kind of orb. It's 111 points right there. Spike up. So not to say that this is not going to push through, but not specifically looking for that entry there for orb. What I want to see here is I'd like to see a retracement. So what I want to see is a retracement back down, establish a low, break and retest this higher high and push up higher from there. If we do get something like that, then I'll look for a possible high-low break and retest. But as of now, not so much. So price is pushing up higher. All right, we got price pushing up higher. There's no low here established, so we got price pushing up to a new high. Orbit's still pushing up right there. We've kind of been dealing with like this like unpredictable market volatility lately. I mean, I think today's pretty normal. We're currently at 22 ATR. If it was like how it was on Friday, we might have to make some adjustments. If you guys remember the market on Friday, we had like, I think it was like a 45 ATR. That was really high compared to what we're used to. Um, so we'll we'll see. Seems like the ATR is going to stay around 20, so it doesn't look like we have to make any changes right now. But we'll follow through and see. Because the thing is, if our stop loss is at 20, it's easy to get stopped out and for it to continue pushing up from there. Like for the orb over here, I think if stop loss was a little bit wider, it could have survived, some drawdown at this point. Maybe like a 25.50, right? So I think 20 would be a little too tight. But we'll see. We'll have to work with the market. Like right now, we don't know if this is going to be normal, if this is just like for today, or if it's going to be more volatile, less volatile. Seems like it's going to get less volatile. The ATR keeps dropping back down at 20. Yeah, looks like if a wider TP stop loss would have been used, possibly could have survived that move there. But I'm gonna leave it as is for now. No need to make any changes at the moment. We're currently in this next level of supply up here, or resistance, whatever you want to consider it. Um, Again, no low has been established. What I'm looking for here is I'm looking for a high to be established, low to be established, price break and close above it, and continue up higher. It looks like we might have a bullish bias now with regard to the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, maybe 30. This is following through with the daily outlook for today. So you can see over here, my key market bias was neutral to bullish, and that's exactly what's happening here, right? It's exactly what we got going on here. So we will kind of see what happens here as price continues to move along. If you guys are in any positions here, I'd say be careful because you're currently in the supply zone. So this is an area of rejection. Price can possibly reverse from this point. So it looks like a possible reversal sweep off this liquidity zone right here. Possible sweep to the downside. I mean, I wouldn't go against the trend though, so I wouldn't take sweeps in that direction. I mean, it looks like price is starting to move directional, so it's good for us. It's good for our directional entries. All right, so there goes that reversal that I just talked about. Reversal from the supply zone up here. I wouldn't fade it, but if you guys are fading it, there goes a possible fade right there. All right, let's see. Go back to the orb over here. So not to say the orb's gonna pull right back into the range down here, but I mean, price may consolidate here for a bit, may get a reversal back in, maybe a swing back up, who knows? But we'll see what happens here in a few. So price is reversing right here back down. Everybody should be out of the orb already. I don't know if anybody's still in the orb, if anybody did decide to take it. The orb should have been, because this thing pushed up, what, 60 points hurting? 50, I think. Yeah. Or if you guys want to hold on to it, I mean, feel free. For me personally, I would have gone out and then try to get in again later for a different entry. I don't think anyone here took the orb though, so we're good. All right, we'll keep looking for these high-low break and retests, guys. I mean, we're obviously in a directional market right now. Price did push above. We'll see what happens here. So if price pulls back below, we may be in this huge range between these two levels. Or if price ends up continuing back higher, so push up, retest, push up above, then this could be a possible directional move. So we do have a possible higher high right here. I'll be looking to maybe get this in for a high-low break and retest. It's going to be right here at 44.058. I'm going to put that in my 44,058. I'll be looking to maybe get into here for a high-low break and retest. So we have a higher high right here, higher low. Looks like we're kind of stuck in a range at the moment. Steven, I don't think you understand the orb entry, bro. Steven said, hope orb hits full TV at 640. Yeah, the orb it's set, you're supposed to set a TP stop loss for it, Steven. It's not based off time. I mean, you're always supposed to set a TP stop loss for every trade. Nothing's based off time. Just because it's 640 doesn't mean that I mean you should be holding on to it. The trade hit 50 points. If you're doing the 50-50, it should have hit. If you took the breakout for this morning, the 50-50 already hit. If you did 50-100, that would have hit too. Um, yeah, I don't even know what you're doing, Steven. Because you should have been out of the position already. You either should hit your stop loss if you got in at 20 for your stop loss, or if you did it for a 50-50 101, you should have gotten out already too. So I'm not sure what you were trying to do there, but I mean, I guess you have some sort of idea of like what you're trying to hold it for. Okay, well, you made some profit on it. That's good. So I'm not sure what you were doing with it. All right, Steven, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Guys, if you guys are taking any entries, make sure that you know what you're doing. Don't just like get into like random stuff. Because you want to get stuck and then get trapped in a position. Like Steven got into the orb here. I don't know what he was doing, but he was holding on to it. I guess he was waiting until 640 to get out of it for some reason. Um, or I don't know, maybe that's his own strategy. He made his own like his own type of orb entry or orb TP stop loss. But yeah, if you guys are getting into any of these positions here, make sure that you guys understand that you should have a set TP stop loss when entering the trade and understand when to exit it. Because you shouldn't just be holding on to it randomly. Because this could have easily flung back down to the range over here. And if that was the case, Steven would have been in some negative when he could have gotten out at the 50 up here. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions regarding that, feel free to let me know. Just want to look out for you guys and make sure that you guys aren't making any mistakes trading that could be easily avoided. So we have a possible high-low break and retest right here at 44,058. If price does break and close above it, it hasn't broken close above it yet, but I'll be watching for it right here. It's not happening on this specific candle, but it can happen on this next one here. So 44,058. Again, if price breaks and closes past that area, this could be a possible high-low break and retest. The only thing that's kind of tricky about this entry here is that we're currently consolidating and ranging between this middle area right here. So unless I get some nice volatility push to the upside, I'm really not going to look to take this trade here. But if we do, if we get a nice push up, retest, then I'll look to maybe get in with a limit order right here at 44.58. Price is pushed up pretty far. It's pushing past the point of control right there. I'll see how it closes up here. If it does, I'll take this. All right, so I'll see if I'll put my limit order right there.
Submitted. Or
If this doesn't fill on this candle, then I'm going to be canceling it. This will probably not fill because it's so far above, but I'll be watching it here. So this candle's got about 40 seconds left on it. Again, if it doesn't fill on this specific candle here, I'll be canceling it. I got my limit order right there at 44.58. 30 seconds left on this candle. I mean, it's a nice volatility push, but no fill here. Okay, I'm going to cancel my order, guys.
or
It's too far up. So
Oh,
I was looking for a high-low break and retest right here. It didn't retest, it just pushed right through. So obviously it did not fill at that point. Nice. Daniel got the order for 40 points. PC said watch for displacement back to open. Yeah, we'll see. Doesn't look like it's happening now, but it looked like it may have possibly could have happened right here. I don't know when you sent the message, PC, but yeah, I just saw your message right now. All right, so we got price pushed above, guys. This was a high-low scalp if anybody looked to take that. If you decide to take a regular high-low scalp, this was a regular high-low scalp right here. I was looking for the break and retest, but unfortunately, break and retest never retested. But it's all good. We got a bullish direction here. It's going in the direction of my daily bias for today. Daily bias was neutral to keep bullish or neutral to bullish. Price is pushing above. Possible long 43,932. Mm-hmm. Page short 50. Range scalp. Pull back long. Dip into 43,800. No, none of that stuff here is going to be playing through because we're already too far above. All right, so let's clean this up a little bit. We got a new high right here with a new high setting up. We could have another possible high-low break and retest if price pushes back above here. Only problem with this here is if we do get a high-low break and retest, we do have the London high right here. So this is going to be a red flag. I don't know if this is going to be an area that I'm going to look to take a high-low break and retest because my entry would have to pass. I guess I could maybe write it up because the thing is when price reaches my 30, my stop loss will get moved in profit. So we'll see. I think this is still there's still an opportunity there that's available to us. All right, so no entry here right now. Let's go ahead and put up my playbook real quick. So if you guys are just joining in, there's a couple entries here which came up. It's my playbook. So this is my daily trading playbook. I'm looking for a directional entry, which is a high-low break and retest. Some people are looking for MPSV2s. There's a sideways strategy, which are liquidity sweeps. Sorry, guys, had to sneeze. Anyways, so I said directional strategy, I'm looking for a high-low break and retest, or if you want to take a market order, MPSV2, sideways strategy, liquidity sweeps, or V1 variations, breakouts, 2-minute momentum order, limit order, or momentum breakout. For today, 2 entries have came up so far. We had the momentum breakout over here, hit full TP for 100 points right there. If you went for a 1 to 2, that's the first breakout. The other breakout here is the a 2-minute orb. Depending on what you set your TP stop loss to, you might have gotten triggered for your stop loss right here if price came down and spiked you out, or if you went for a wider stop loss. I think a 20 would have stopped out, but if you went for 25, you would have survived the move here. It looks like it just spiked down to stop out and then it came right back up. But if you guys did a wider one, say 50 to 25, then this here would have hit your TP. Or if you went for the original 50 to 50, you would have hit your TP there. If you went 50 to 100, also would have hit your TP right there as well. So it just kind of depends on like which parameters you guys are looking to take. For me personally, I like having a tight stop loss. I mean, the market's ever changing, right? So thing is like right now we could be using a wider TP stop loss. You know, a month ago we were using a tighter TP stop loss because the volatility was so low. The ATR is actually a lot higher now. It's currently at 23, so we might have to bump it up a little more. We were using a 2040, we might have to use a 2550, but we'll see. I'm not really gonna jump in and like change anything right now because there's no need to change anything at the moment. This could just be market for today. So we'll continue to follow through, but you know, there's no need to make any drastic changes because today's Monday. Usually Monday's a little kind of crazy anyway, so it's better to play it safe than to jump into something or make any changes to your strategies or entries that are unnecessary. But yeah, nice bullish push right there. This price continues to move along. Here we go with this retracement. All right, so we got price kind of retracing back right here. Bring this up a little bit. We have a new low here established. This is good. Now that we have a new low established right here, what I'm going to be looking for again is a continuation to the upside. So price push to the upside right here, break and retest off here, and push right back up to this London low or London high. We'll see if that's the case. If it's not the case, that's completely fine. We just have to follow the market structure. Taking a look over here at the overall trend, we're very bullish right now. You can see over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, price is above the pivots. Trend meters green, pivots are angling to the upside. Looking over here on the 30, price is shifting bullish as well. 1 hour over here, price is still bearish, and 4 hour price is still bearish. So the higher time frames here, 1 hour and 4 hours still bearish. 1, 5, 15, and 30, all bullish right here. Let's take a look at market structure over here on the market profile. So market profile over here, we do have a rejection off the point of control. The price is pushing up. This is based on volume. Looking over here at the 1 hour, same thing. Price is trying to break past this value high. So we'll kind of see what happens here in a few. Let's go over here to our monthly chart. So this is our monthly chart right here. Price bounced off the support right here on Friday. It's pushing above it. This could be a possible break and retest off this resistance turn support. So again, if you guys didn't see this, I posted the monthly outlook over here. If you want to see, I have my support resistance zones marked up right there. That's what I have here on the chart. This is available to you guys. It's completely free. Just go to the Discord, go down over here to monthly outlooks. I have it right here for you. If you guys want to take this, if you guys want to mark this up on your chart, this is very helpful because now you have a structure to look at. We have monthly structure right here for price to break and retest off this resistance turn support. And then if you look over here on the weekly, you can see over here price is also rejecting off the weekly support and pushing up to the major supply zone. So again, if you guys want this, this is also available to you. The weekly directional bias right here is set up. You can see my support resistance levels right there. And again, this is going to be at the Discord. Just go down to weekly outlooks. This is listed for you right here. You can pull this up. This is just helpful to see a bigger picture, right? Because right now we're looking here on the smaller picture, which is on the 1 minute. But if you look over here on the monthly chart, it's pushing to the upside. 4 hours pushing to the upside over here on the weekly chart. And this gives me more confidence to take buys here if price decides to break and close past the 44,112. So my next high-low break and retest level is going to be at 44,112. I'll put that in my ticket order over here, just in case price does reach that point. If it doesn't reach that point, that's completely fine. Price can easily just range within here if it wants to. So we'll see. Nice. Nick over here hit the order for 100 points. Notice at the time it's been successful. It breaks the pre-market high or low with positive CVD. Today, market broke pre-market high and open, and CVD was positive, decent confluences. Yeah, no, definitely, Nick. See, when I saw that there, I was also looking to take the buy here, but because this was such an extreme push to the upside, I was worried there was going to be a strong pullback, right? So that's why for me personally, I was waiting for this to kind of play through and then look for the opportunity later. But it did play out. You just would have to have, survived this spike down right here. Because that's basically what happened. It just spiked down, stopped people out, shot all the way right back up. But, the whole 50 to 100 here worked out perfectly. So nice work, Nick, on catching that one. Again, if you guys are looking to take the high-low break and retest, my entry is going to happen right here at 44,112. Thing you want to be a little careful for with this high-low break and retest is that we have a London high right here. So just make sure that you have your trailing stop set up. For me, I have my trailing stop set at 30. So when price reaches 30 points right here, I'm going to guarantee 10 points, and then I'll still continue for the full 40. All right, we got about 20 seconds left on this candle. I'll be looking to try to get into this here. If price pushes up to the sessions, or yeah, if it pushes up too high to the sessions, I'm just going to cancel the order. But I'm going to put my pending order right here at 44,112 as soon as this here closes. And I'll put my order there now.
Order submitted.
So we'll see if this retests. If it doesn't retest, I'm going to cancel it. This has to fill on this candle here. So if it fills, great. If it doesn't fill, I'm going to cancel it. It's got 40 seconds left on this candle right here, so I'm gonna keep watching it. Hasn't filled yet. Market profile, this candle is really big. So the 30-minute and the 1 hour candle is huge. Does not look like we're gonna get a fill here. I am going to cancel my pending order. Order canceled.
Order canceled.
All right, so I canceled my order right there, guys. I was looking for the high-low break and retest on this candle. Didn't actually retest. Got really close to it, but not actually retested. So had to cancel that right there. I'm just following my strategy to the T. No emotions here, just following it as it's supposed to be applied. This is efficient trading right here, guys. If you guys can follow your strategy to the T, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Because I already know, like, some people are going to try to FOMO into this trade here, right? I mean, it happens all the time. So I'm following my strategy to the T. Didn't fill on this candle, cancel my order. If this here pushes up, great. If it doesn't push up, then I would have dodged a bullet there. But this was a tricky entry nonetheless, because we do have the sessions up here. So I'm looking for those quick entries, guys. I'm looking for the break, retest, push back up higher. Like I need that slingshot type of a move, right? Where it just happens in an instant. If it doesn't happen in an instant, I don't want to be in it because I don't want to be stuck in some consolidation here where price just goes sideways for a bit. I'm trying to scalp my way in and out of these positions. So there we go. As price pushes up. Looks like it might be pushing up to that 30 at least. Almost at the 30 right there. So I'm just going to use this as an example for people who are new here. If this was to hit the 30 right there, my trailing stop loss would have moved up to 10 points. I would have guaranteed 10 points in profit. So I would have guaranteed this much, but I would have still aimed for the full 40. Right? 30 is probably going to get hit there, and I would have aimed for the full 40 there. But you guys can see here how the volatility is starting to die down. Another thing that I was kind of worried about is that we were hitting 7 o'clock, right? 7 o'clock just hit right now. And the thing is, these candles here are huge. So this is what I would have been worried about, is that because the candles are so big, this might retrace back a little bit, right? I mean, this happens a lot where price ends up retracing back a little bit before it continues pushing up higher. This is why I don't really like taking trades on the hourly candle or the hour close or the hour open, because you tend to get some manipulation around there. So it looks like the 40 here did get hit. So this would have been a good entry if it filled it. Fortunately, did not fill. So it's all good. Like I said, I'm not looking to fade my entries. There was a different strategy that was running here as well, same as the one before. So this was a high-low, just a high-low scalp. We had a higher high right here. This candle broke and closed past it. Structure was broken. And this entry would have here over here would have been a high-low scalp. If you guys are still looking to apply one of my older strategies. For me, I like using pending orders now. So with, pending orders, I've just kind of adjusted the strategy a little bit. Instead of a high-low break and close, it's more of a high-low break and retest, or a high-low break and close retest. All right, we are currently at the London high, guys. Yeah, we're at the London high. All right, let's see what happens up here, guys. Looks like the volatility here is starting to slow down a bit. The ATR is still at 20, so we haven't really had much of a change. Volatility has been pretty consistent throughout the day. This is good. We want to see consistent volatility throughout the day, right? We don't want to see this where it's jumping from like 20 to 40, 40 to 30, 30 to 50, like that. We wanted to stay around 20. With it staying around 20 here, this shows us that the 2040 TP stop loss is still viable. It's not something that we need to change yet. Um, so we got a new high right here. We'll clean this up. We're obviously in a directional bias right here, right? Directional bullish bias right here as price pushes up, retraces, pushes up, retraces, pushes up higher. And then if price continues here, possible retrace. So looking at market structure, there's a couple things here to look at, right? There's either price is either going to keep pushing up higher, retrace, push up higher, retrace, push up higher, retrace, or this could be a reversal area, right? This is overextended. So if you measure over here from the lower low up to here, prices pushed up 270 points. It's about a 61% push to the upside with no real hard retracement. Just small pullbacks right here, but not really a retracement, right? So with that being said, it's just a matter of time until price ends up getting exhausted and starts to make its way back down. Basically a head and shoulders right here. So what I would look for here is look for price to possibly break past this higher high right here. Right? Look for price to come right back below, retest it, and then come back down lower. That could be the case, right? This is basically a head and shoulders. I know a lot of people don't care for patterns, neither do I, but it's hard to deny this is a head and shoulders setting up right here. Right? So something to look at there. Price is a bit overextended. Look out for the possible reversal right here. This was a really clean push to the upside too. There's an MPS V2 that came up right here. It was at the pre-market candle at 629, spiked all the way back up. It's one of the opportunities right there. All right, we got price coming back below. Like I said, there's two things that might happen here. Either price is either continue to climb up higher, or it's going to be a full-on reversal here, a head and shoulders. So what I would look for there is, look for any confirmations here. So if we do get that head and shoulders pattern, look for a possible MPS V2. This looks like it's going to set up for an MPS V2 right here. We have a sell signal. We have price pushing down, retracement, confirmation. Right. I haven't taken any MPS V2s in a while, but if I do see a nice, if this sets up like I'm just saying right now, this could be a nice MPS V2 to take. It's just kind of tricky because you're going against the trend. Overall trend here is very bullish, right? 1 minute's bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 15 minutes bullish, 30 minutes bullish. I don't like going against the trend here. However, the overall higher time frames are still bearish. So price can easily shift down. So this could be an MPS V2 right here, guys, if you guys are looking to take it. I don't really like the price action right now. The candles are really small. I was hoping this here would be a little bit bigger so you can have this kind of drop down a bit, retrace, come down lower, but it's not really like that right now. Um, yeah, looking at this right here, we have yeah, I don't know if I would take this MPS V2. If you guys want to take it, feel free. I don't think the price action here is strong enough. I was hoping to close below the higher high right here, retrace, and then come down lower. But if you guys want to take this here, take it at your own risk. This is against the trend, so it's not one that I'd really recommend taking. I don't like going against the trend like this unless there's like a lot more confluences available. But this is an MPS V2 to the downside. All right, so we'll just follow this here. Yeah, Sam said no sell for him. Yeah, I know it's tough. It looks like a good setup, but the trend here is just too strong for a buy, so I don't want to go against it. I really don't want to fade this trend that's pushing up so strongly. I mean, it's due for a retracement. Like I said earlier, guys, this candle here is huge, right? 30-minute candle is huge. So this is likely to retrace maybe to the halfway mark. Possibly. Doesn't have to, but possibility of it rejecting to the halfway mark of this huge candle right here. It's due for retracement. There we go. As price drops lower. Yeah, PC said supply, MPS high probability. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna hit right there. Looks like this could have been the supply zone. Well, new supply zone, I guess. Strong push to the downside right there. There you go, full TP right there for the MPS V2. If you guys caught that, nice work. If you guys didn't catch it, all good. When's it sweep at 44.54? Yes, this could be a possible sweep area right here. So we're within this range right now, guys. So Glenn's looking for a possible sweep right here at the 44.54. That could be a strong possibility because we are within this range. So price could come right back down, sweep off that level, and swing all the way back up. All right, so solid entry right there, guys. For those of you who caught it. Now to see what's going to happen next. Let's see if it pulls down and sweeps off that level right there. So the same setup that I was talking about earlier, guys, it still has not filled yet. So like I said earlier, price, this could be a change of structure right here because price is obviously pushing up. Change of structure, change of character, whatever you guys want to call it. I know some people call it change of character. It's the same thing. So we had a bullish structure right here. Price pulls down, it retraces and retests this area and comes down lower. Then yeah, this could be a change in structure. Let's see. PC said sweep at 158 might be good. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's the extreme, right? That's where I would look for the sweep as well. Because like I said, we're in this range right here. So like there could be a sweep on either side. These are the extremes. The extreme for down here is where Glenn's looking at 44.54, and then the extreme for sell up here is going to be at 44.158. It's where this liquidity is sitting, the higher high. So I mean, yeah, there could be sweeps in both directions, especially if price decides to consolidate and range within this middle area right here. Let's see. Sam said also 44.007 is extreme. Yeah, no, that's pretty extreme too. It's down here because if this fails to sweep, next sweep's going to be right there, 44.07. Right. Strong possibility. I agree. Yeah, Sam said 44.54 good, but may have 20 drawdown. Yeah, exactly. Like what you can do here is if you guys want to take both liquidity sweeps from this point, you can take this one and this one. You can take half risk on both, right? So that you can take both. So you can do like a 40-20 with a half contract size right here. If this loses, fine. And then if you could do it again down here. So if this one loses, but this one wins, you still end up making profit on it. If that makes sense. That's why I've cut my risk into three different into three pieces basically. So for me, I can take three trades. Three trades equals one trade for me, but I'm doing a 1 to 2 risk reward. So I'm able to make even more, even though I'm risking less. Yeah, Sam said he'll try both with 20 open TP. Nice. So price here is starting to consolidate and range within this supply slash resistance turn support. Um, I mean, there's not much going on here right now. It's a little messy. I was going to take this higher high off, but I kind of want to see if here retest this point. So I'm really just looking to see if it retests it and comes down lower or if it breaks back above it. So there's two different things here that I'm looking for, guys, with price structure right now. We have price, which is in an upwards trend, of course, right? So I'm looking to see if this here breaks past it and continues climbing up higher, or if we have a change of structure here, retest and come back lower from this point. It's just right now price is stuck within this middle zone. So there's nothing there to necessarily take. But if you guys are looking to take the sweeps, I mean, the sweep levels are going to be very specific. All right, we got price pushing up right now. All right, so it looks like we're not getting that retest of the higher high. It looks like price is actually going to break and close past it. If that's the case, then it's going to continue with the bullish bias, which is perfectly fine. I mean, that's kind of what we wanted anyways, right? I want to trade in the direction of the trend. I don't necessarily want to go against it. So we have the 1 minute trend here, which is bullish. Price is above the pivots. The trend meter is green. Pivots are angling up. Bullish divergence right here. 5 minutes, same thing. Price above the pivots. Trend meter green. Pivots are angling up. Same with the 15-minute here. Price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. Divergence is bullish across the board, except for the 5 minute here. It kind of shifted down a little bit. 30-minute over here, price is shifting to the upside as well. 1 hour starting to turn neutral, and the 4 hour here is still bearish. So the lower time frames from the 1 minute up until the 30 minute are all bullish. 1 hour, 4 hour is neutral bearish. But with that being said, price here may push up higher and may establish a high-low break and retest from that point there. So I'll be looking for possible opportunity right here if price does reach this point. I don't think I'll take this as a sweep. If you guys want to take that as an upper sweep, I think PC mentioned that 58. I mean, you can look for a possible sweep there. I'm going to look for, market structure here to actually break past it. So I need a volatile candle though. I can't just have like a small candle break past it and then kind of maybe fake out and pull back below, right? I need a volatile candle to break past it, retest, and continue up higher. It's gonna be right there at 44,158. 44,158. We got price here still consolidating within this middle area. The ATR is currently at 21 right now, so it's not super bad. It's pretty much staying pretty consistent with the ATR for the day, which is around 20 points, 20 to 22 points. Let's see, PC said 64 is better. Okay, gotcha. So PC is looking for a possible sweep right here above the higher high. So he's looking for a little bit of an extension and then possibly a sweep from there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when price gets to that point. I know this here is now kind of established as some sort of supply zone because price did push down from this point here. Understandable. Hasn't been tested yet, so we'll see. That's going to be the key thing here. So the first test is usually a pretty strong test. So since we identified this as a supply zone PC, I could see where your analysis here could play through perfectly, right? Price can push up, test it for that first time, bounce off it for a sweep, And then possibly on the third test, it could possibly break past it, right? Basically an opposite and inverted head and shoulders. So yeah, I could see that happening right there. Now that you mentioned that, it does look good, PC. So yeah, if you want to take that sweep right there, possibly look for the first sweep, retest, continuation. Ben mentioned an MPS V2. Yeah, so there's an MPS V2 that's setting up right here, guys. I would be a little careful with this MPS V2 because of the sessions, but if you do feel comfortable with it, I mean, feel free to take it. I would say just, be really tight with your targets. Yeah, because if you do take this trade here for 40 points, it's gonna be very tricky because you have to get past that sessions and you got to get past the structure as well. So yeah, there's an MPS V2 running right here, but you do have the red flag here, which is the London high. And then if price does break past this area, which it can, and it possibly will, probably come up, maybe trigger at TP first and then come right back down. So it's gonna be really, you gotta be really spot on with the analysis there. But so for me personally, I wouldn't have taken this mainly because of the sessions right there, which is going to be the red flag area. Plus, the next thing that I would be looking at here for it to be tricky is the fact that price is consolidating, right? So in order for us to take those MPS entries, I'd be looking for price to be moving direction like this. So like earlier, this would have been perfect, right? These are perfect areas for MPS V2s because price is moving up pretty nicely. Right now, price is kind of just stale and going sideways. So when price is stale and going sideways like this, I would revert to sideways entries. So I'd be looking for V1 variations, or I'd look for liquidity sweeps. Not to say that it won't play out, but like I said, price here is going sideways, so I would kind of stay away from the directional entries right now. I wouldn't necessarily take any high-low break and retest unless it breaks past this area up here. Um, there's another lower high right here. So what's happening here is price is squeezing, guys. If you guys look closely, price is starting to squeeze, right? If you guys are not familiar with the price with squeezes like this, just means that it means that a breakout's likely to happen. It's going to follow through soon. So we have price squeezing tighter right here. And as price continues to squeeze, it's preparing for a breakout, right? Breakout to the upside, breakout to the downside. We don't know exactly where, but a breakout is likely to follow at some point here. But yeah, at this very moment, guys, I would stay away from directional entries unless price breaks out of this area up here or price breaks below this area down here. I wouldn't take anything directional down the middle because price is just consolidating right here now. So let me pull up my playbook again. So again, here's my playbook, guys. When the market's moving directional, I'm taking directional entries. When the market's going sideways, I look for sideways entries. In the morning, I look for the breakouts, 2-minute orb or momentum breakout. Both of these hit CP already. So we're not really looking at breakouts anymore. We're looking at these two down the middle. But because price is going sideways, you don't really want to look at directional strategies right now. You want to look at sideways strategies, which is going to be sweeps or V1 variations. And not just any V1 variations, but V1 variations off structure or off of structure or off of, basically any of these confluences here. Like this right here would be solid, right? A V1 right here because it's bouncing off the structure. This one over here in the middle wouldn't be solid because it's right down the middle. Yes, the price is just ranging right here, about 30 points back and forth. See, PC said I'm actually specifically looking for a rejection here, then break and retest the high-low back to open, but could range, so I need confirmation, probably a scalp, probably take a scalp if confirmation due to low volume and ATR. Yeah, exactly. So the ATR here is dropping lower, guys. We're below 20 now. And like I said earlier, we're currently consolidating and ranging right here. Price is squeezing. A breakout's going to happen eventually. It's just you want to make sure you're not on the wrong side of the breakout. So wait for that confirmation before you decide to take anything here. See, if anything, if this becomes a change of structure, you can look for possible break and close below, retest, and come back lower from this point. And then maybe ride this back to open, like with what PC said. See, price here is consolidating. So wherever price starts to break out from, that's where the new supply demand zone is going to be established, right? Because the supply zone was established here. Price is pushing up super strong. Boom, 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 boom. Slowed down, came down very strongly right here. We identify this as supply. Same with this over here, right? Price hasn't really shifted from this point yet, so now we just wait. All right. So this thing is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter as we speak. Again, like I said, guys, no need to force anything. Be patient. Yeah, just be patient. All right, still nothing going on, guys. Still nothing going on. All right. We got price finally breaking past this area right here, guys. I mean, I wouldn't take any high-low break and retest right here. This could be a possible high-low break and retest, but like I said, price is breaking out of the structure here. What I'm waiting for is for price to push up higher and push past this higher high right here, which is going to be at the supply zone. I know some of you guys are looking to take a sweep from up here. If you guys want to take the sweep's going to be right here at 158. This is going to be tricky because the overall trend here is very bullish, so I wouldn't really go against the trend for me personally. If anything, I'd look for a bottom sweep, not a top sweep. But if you guys want to take it, take it at your own risk. Price is currently at that level right now, so it is pushing up higher. This was a high-low break and retest that I was kind of waiting for earlier. So price finally broke out of the squeeze here, and I'm gonna clean this up. All right, so this is the possible sweep level right here. So the reason why we identify this as a sweep is because price here is ranging between these two levels, basically these two zones. And price is now at that zone, so possible rejection out there and a pullback down. See what happens here. 7:30 right now, guys. 7:30. The volatility here is starting to slow down a bit. Like we said earlier, volatility is currently 18 ATR. These candles are pretty much dead. Let's see. Sam said 44,200 maybe sell. I'll have to wait. If sell. Gotcha. Okay. So Sam's actually looking to get in for a sell up here at 44,200. He doesn't want to get in just yet. He's waiting for it to push out further. Looks like the sweep here is starting to fill, or it is filled and it's running. Most of the time, if you want to take the sweep, guys, I think a lot of you guys are trying to go for the ATR, which is about 20. So it's almost at its target CP right there. If you guys wanted to go for the full 40, you could, but I think most of you guys are just going for that quick ATR spike for sweep. All right, price is sitting at the London high right here. Area of manipulation right there off the London high. It's just a messy area in general, guys. This whole area right here is super messy because we do have the sessions right there. All right, Sam said he's now looking for a buy. Yeah, price pushes up higher. I'll be looking for some buys here as well. Let's take a look at market profile. We do have a nice rejection right here off the bottom end, so the buys are looking good on the 30-minute right there. Looking over here on the 1 hour, also a nice rejection off the bottom end. Yeah, I think buys here would look pretty nice if price does break past this area. So nice rejection right there off the market profile, 30-minute. Nice rejection right there off the value high market profile here on the 1 hour. Looking over here on our monthly chart, you can see over here price is starting to push past this resistance turn support. It's break and retest off that. We can get a possible continuation up higher. Same with this over here on the weekly chart. So the weekly chart over here, price is looking to basically bounce off the weekly support and push up to the major supply zone right there, which is going to be at 44, we'll say 44,300 just to round up a little bit. That's going to be the continuation direction right there. And there you go, the liquidity sweep right there, full TP for 20 points if anybody caught that. Now, what I'm going to be looking for next is a high-low break and retest. So now I'll be looking, we have a new higher low right here. So what I'll be looking for here is if price swings back up, high-low break and retest off this 44,164. I'll just put that in my ticket window just in case. 44,164, just in case price does swing back up. It'll add, it could swing up at any moment. So I'll just be ready for it. Yeah, Sam's looking for a buy now, watching for the break and retest. Okay, gotcha. Solid. Yeah, so I'll be looking for that break and retest right here off the higher high. The volatility here is still pretty flat, but if it does push back up higher, the thing is this area has been tested so many times, right? This is what we just talked about. So we just identify this as supply right here. This is the first test of it. So the next test of this supply is probably going to break and close past it, right? The more times it gets tested, the weaker it gets. So the first test is usually pretty good. Next test, it's preparing to break out. So if you went for the full 40, guys, looks like the 40 is still currently trying to reach that point. It's not there yet, but it is trying to reach that full 40 here. All right, let's see. Let's see if price breaks past the area. All right, no swing up yet. All right, so price is still pushing down to this 40 here. 30's already gotten hit. So if you guys did take this as a sweep, if you went for the 20, you're already out. If you went for the 30, or the 40, your stop loss should get moved in profit now to 10 points. So you would have guaranteed 10 and then aim for the full 40 here. Typically for the sweeps, you're not really going for those big moves anyways. You're just going for a quick in and out. All right, so yeah, PC decided not to take it. He was looking for it to push up higher. Yeah, I think your entry was, where was it at, PC? 164. Oh, it like literally missed it. Yeah, it was like maybe like a micro point away from getting to the 164. It got like right to it, but I don't think it would have filled because it was like on the dot. All right, so we got price pushing up now. So we'll see here if price ends up pushing up. Me and Sam are looking for this high-low break and retest off the 44 164. The only thing I don't like here is the volatility is very slow, right? As the volatility gets slower and slower, it just it gives you anxiety, of course, right? It gives you anxiety just like it gives me anxiety. Because the thing is, I don't want to be in this position for too long. Like I want it to just fill, get in and get out. I don't want to be in this position where it ends up filling and then it goes sideways for like 20 minutes and then of course ends up hitting. But I typically don't like to be holding on to positions like that for too long. We still don't have a change of structure. I know we were looking at the change of structure from earlier, guys, and the change of structure never really confirmed. So like, PC over here is looking for that back to open, but we never got that change of structure that we were talking about, right? We were looking for the change of structure right here at this higher high, but it just never happened, right? Price came below it, it retested it, but it didn't actually come back lower. It just ended up coming right back above. So the change of structure here actually never happened. So with that being the case, we're still bullish right now. We are still pretty bullish right now. But, like I said, I want to get into this position, but I'm not going to force anything. The last thing you want to do is force a position and then regret it. Hey, what's up, Brock? Morning. All right, we got price pushing up. Let's see if we actually get this to that higher high right there. Volatility starting to pick up again. My higher high is right here at 44,164. We have a low here established. So looking at this over here right now, I mean the ATR is pretty low still. It's actually lower. It's currently at 15 now. So it was currently before it was at 22, went down to 20, went down to 16, went to 17. Now it's down at 15. Um, yeah, kind of a low ATR right there. So if I do get into this position, I don't know if I'll be holding it for the full move because the ATR is really low. I mean, I don't even know if I'll get into this position here. It kind of depends on the how the price action here looks. Because look at how far I got to push up to. It's a big push. We got 16 seconds left on this candle here. I'm looking for it to break and close above the 44,164. I'll look for the retest after it. If the volatility here is not consistent and these candles here are too slow, I'm not going to be looking to get into it. I'm probably just going to watch it. So, okay, no entry right there, guys. This candle did not break and close past the 164. It ended up opening over here, so there's a little bit of a price gap right there, maybe by like 1 or 2 points. Price ended up closing below here, ended up opening above here, so there's no entry right there for high-low break and retest. Tricky entry here because the ATR here is very low. So unfortunately, no entry there. Looks like we dodged a bullet, which is a good sign. So good thing this here did not set up for a Sam. I mean, the trade's still running, so I mean, technically it's still active, but it looks like, the price action here is not very consistent. What I was looking for here is I was looking for a nice break and close above here, then a retest, then a continuation. This right here closed below, opened above it, and you can see here it's now a little bit of a mess. So yeah, it looks like we dodged a bullet there. All right, so I'll watch it here. Looks like Sam here said it can still can. I'll take it. Okay, so what I would wait for here is I would actually wait for it to actually close above it, right? Because it didn't actually close above it yet. So what I'm looking for right here is I'm looking for price to actually close above the 164. So if you want to wait for it, I mean, yeah, you could wait for it, but this here still hasn't closed above it. So I mean, you could look for a possible late entry for there. Looking at this now, I probably wouldn't enter it because it looks like price is just going to be sitting within this consolidation range. If anything, sweeps would probably be better options here. So like prices below this point. I mean, I know the sweep's going to be a little tight, but we'll see. Yeah, PC said their target's higher. Sam said if it does break this retest, God, no, PC have put their rejection on rejection. Did not break. Let's see. Jonathan said, could there be an MPSV2 if the candle closes green? Yes. So if the candle closes green above, it's got to close above the sessions right here. That'd be an MPSV2. If this here closes with a sell signal, then no MPSV2 there because this will just reset and it'll start to go the other way. And it swept off this higher high. Yep. Lens it actually swept exactly. So when you guys are looking at these higher highs, guys, look for one of two things to happen, right? I was looking for the high-low break and retest, but if this high-low break and retest didn't actually play through, the other thing that would have happened here is a sweep, right? So just remember that, like if you're taking a trade or if you're looking for a possible trade, look for two different scenarios, right? Whatever structure you're looking at, look for it to either be a break and close and a retest or whatever above it. If that doesn't happen, you can immediately shift from high-low break and retest to sweep, right? Because if you read the sweep right there, I mean, it didn't fill for a buy, so price would have came back below here. You could have instead taken a sweep to the downside. This price did sweep right there off the 164. Yeah, man, these sweeps have been on fire today. So much for these directional moves that we've been waiting for. So again, right here, look how price is at this lower high or this higher low. But there's one of two things that are going to happen here. It's either going to be a break and retest or it's going to be a sweep, right? One or the other. Let's see. Barack said there is a little margin to be profitable as the liquidity is already taken, sweep and test. Possibly, or this could be a break and retest right here. It's been a messy market today. If you guys are just joining in, there's a couple entries that came up so far. So the momentum breakout over here hit full TP for 100 points. If you guys took the orb hit 100 points over here as well. So both of the breakouts for today hit for 100 points, depending on like what your aim was for. If you went for the bigger targets, 100 points would have hit. If you went for the 1-to-1, the 50-50 would have gotten hit. If you went for the 40-20, the stop loss would have gotten hit on that one. Looking over here at the regular scalps for today, we have there weren't really too many here, guys, to be honest. Like there was an MPS V2 that came up right here. It was against the trend, and then two sweeps right here. Sweep and sweep. So price broke and closed below this higher low. No retest, it just broke and closed below it. So this would be a high-low scalp if anybody's looking to take that specifically. There's a possible sweep right here off the 44,100. I mean, there's a possible sweep right here too off the 44,113. But ideally, you want to take it where structure's at, so it'd be down here. Let's see, Barack said would take a buy from 44,100 to 44,65 or even at the 30 level. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would go for the more extreme area, so I'd probably go from like down here, sweep, versus, the ones up here. But it looks like the sweep already here, it filled right here. So sweep right there filled for another 20 points already. And these sweeps have been we're just in a sideways market. So like, or not really a sideways market, but in general, right now we're in a sideways market. So let's just scroll over here real quick. So we've been in a sideways market pretty much pre-market right here. This is from London session. Sideways range between the supply and demand. Before that, Asia session, sideways range between the supply and demand down here. And then looking at this over here, we finally got a bullish push. And then now we're back in the sideways market again down here. So, I mean, not much here has really changed at all. We're kind of still stuck in the sideways market. We might have a high-low break and retest right here now off the 168, guys. So 44,168. Looks like we're getting some strong volatility to the upside. So there could be a possible high-low break and retest right here. A lot of volatility pushing up. Looking at the overall trend, we're still very bullish. Bullish on the 1 minute, bullish on the 5, bullish on the 15. Nice rejection right here off the 30-minute market profile. Nice rejection right here off the 1 hour market profile. We got price pushing up. Possible high-low break and retest right here at 168. Let's see if I get in from here.
Order submitted.
All right, got my pending order right there. If it doesn't fill on this candle, I'm going to cancel it. If I don't get in on this one, then I'm probably done for the day, guys, with looking for entries. I'll keep looking and analyzing the market, but we're getting close to 8 o'clock, so And we're getting a push up here. Does not look like it's going to trace down hard enough. So I think I'm just going to cancel my order here, guys. Yeah, I'm going to cancel. Ah, man, so many opportunities here, but it just
Cancel.
never came down and retested the area. Like for example, over here, there's a high-low break and retest. We just missed it by a little bit too, right? We barely missed that one right there. So this has been happening a lot today with these high-low break and retest. Price just doesn't come back to retest the area. Like we had this one over here, that would have been perfect because if that would have filled, obviously 40 points right there. And then again right here, another 40 points that were missed. I mean, if you want to take it as a high-low scalp, you can also take it as a high-low scalp. Uh, Regardless, the good thing here is that my analysis is still playing through perfectly, right? So I think that's the key thing here. Even though we're not getting into these entries, we're missing them because there's no retest. I'm following my strategy to the T. And the thing is, like my analysis here is spot on, right? I'm identifying these break and retest points. It's just price hasn't retested. Um, so like right here, I was looking for that bullish push. We had that momentum right there. We missed the trade. Well, we didn't miss it, but there just wasn't any entry here because price didn't come and fill at this retest area. Again, right here, another one. Price just never retested this area, right? So there's about two or three, there's about three entries here that came up. Unfortunately, they all hit. Well, fortunately, they all hit. Unfortunately, they just didn't fill, right? So, I mean, it's all good. It's all good right here. We had a higher high here. Price broke and closed past it. Never retested, but it did hit the 40 points right here. Again, price broke past its higher high. Never retested. It got really close to this one. It was like maybe a micro point. And then it hit 40 points. And then again, right here, another one, price broke past its higher high. And it just it never tested it. So it is what it is. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. 7:50 right now. We're 10 minutes till 8. My cutoff for trading is 8 o'clock, so I don't think I have enough time to catch anything else here. But if you guys do have any questions or want me to cover anything, feel free to let me know. Yeah, let me know, guys. All right. Let's see. So it did retest right here eventually, but I mean, obviously I wouldn't get into this. It's too late. Came back right here, swept off the level again. So retest or sweep, whatever you guys want to call it or consider it. Price basically came up, came back down, reswept the higher high, came right back up higher. There may be another opportunity here for entry, but again, like I said, guys, it's getting kind of late in the session, so I'm not really looking to take anything here next. If you guys are looking to take something, feel free, but I think we're going to go back into a range consolidation here. Barack's asking, Sean, you mark your levels using 1 hour, 4 hour supply and demand? Yes, that is correct. I use 1 hour and 4 hour. This one right here was on the 1 minute though. So this level right here, we identified real time. Price pushed up, stalled right there, came right back down. So we identified the supply on the 1 minute time frame. Everything else is on the higher time frames though. These bigger ones, they're from the 1 hour and 4 hour. Let's see. Sam said we're in his sell zone. I could see that. Price. So the thing is, price is overextended way too high, guys. We still have not gotten that retracement back down yet. So price has technically pushed up 326 points at this point with no signs of stopping. Um, However, Sam is looking for a possible sell there if it does end up, making its way back down. Daniel said triple confluence right there too would have lined perfectly if it had filled. Yeah, I agree 100%. If it would have aligned right there, it just would have been a perfect entry all around. Let's see. Sam got 15 at 44,200. Okay. So Sam over here got in for a quick little sweep at 44,200. Got in for a quick 15 points. Nice work, Sam. Justin said, great trading day for me. Really working on building discipline and my psychology. Thanks for all you do, bro. See you tomorrow. Enjoy your paper girl. She's beautiful. Thanks, Justin. Yeah, I got daddy duties after this. That's why I got to cut out at 8 o'clock. Gotta do my daddy duties pretty soon. All right, guys, we got some consolidation here. Again, if you guys have any questions, if you want me to analyze anything, feel free to hop into the chat, guys. Even if it's not YM, if you want me to take a look at gold and QES, whatever you guys are looking at, feel free to hop into the chat. I'll help you guys with whatever you guys need help with. My goal here is really to help you guys out because helping you guys out it goes both ways, right? It's beneficial for you, it's beneficial for me. Because sometimes you guys ask me questions and I see things that I don't personally like look at. Like, for example, I never really looked at supply and demand very much. I mean, I did look at support and resistance, which is basically supply and demand. But looking at it from a different context, I know Barack here likes to trade supply and demand or trade structure off supply and demand. And it's definitely helped us a lot with identifying, certain areas here to possibly avoid or maybe even take trades off. So it does help. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I mean, there's really no dumb questions in trading because there's so many different ways to analyze the market, right? For me, I'm more of a trend momentum trader. So I like to look for trends and I like to trade in the direction of momentum. But I started incorporating a lot of these sweeps into my trading too because market tends to go sideways a lot more often than it did in the past. So now that we have these sideways markets, I'm identifying possible sweep areas for us to trade with. Because typically I'd look for liquidity pushes, right? Whenever price pushes past liquidity, I'm looking for price to push past it further. Now I'm looking at it from a different lens because I'm like, okay, price can do one of two things. It'll either push past liquidity or it can also sweep off liquidity for in a sideways market. So yeah, you guys just have to have an open mind when you guys are trading. There's no one way to trade. There's no one strategy. I have my strategies and you guys have yours. If you guys want to use my strategies, that's completely fine. I share them with you guys completely free. If you guys are new here, I know there's a lot of new people here in the probably on the YouTube. If you guys want to learn these strategies, just go down to the description below. If you scroll down, there's gonna be links down there for the free trading education. I have all of my strategies that are listed. So if you guys are not familiar with my lingo here, we talked about high-low scalps, triple confluence, liquidity sweeps, MPS V2s, MPS, breakouts, momentum breakouts, or breakouts, all that stuff. If you guys want to learn that stuff, just go to the website, which is codykaitrades.com. If you go over here, just click here for your free access. This will give you access to pretty much the strategies. I don't really teach anymore. I do mentor like one person per month. So if you guys do want to be mentored by me, I do have one spot available for the month, but I don't really teach anymore. I'm more focused on really pushing my hedge fund. So I mainly just trade, make most of my money from trading. I don't really teach or I'm not really looking to sell anything. So if you guys want to learn the strategies, feel free. Again, like I said, you can use my strategies or use yours, but it's always helpful for you guys to have a good understanding about like what I'm talking about here. I think specifically like these high-low scalps, these are very important to understand. They're not very difficult to understand, but it's good that you guys understand the foundation so you guys know what to look for. But all right, guys, 7:58 right now. It's about to be 8 o'clock in about 2 minutes. Right here, price is just going sideways. If you guys are looking to take an entry here, again, the bullish trend here is very strong. So we have a bullish strong trend here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30 minute. Price is above the pivots. The trend meter is green. Pivots are angling to the upside. Looking over here at the divergence here is actually shifting right now. So it's right here shifting bearish to bullish on the 1 minute. It's currently bearish on the 5. It's bearish on the 15, and it's bullish on the 30. So with that being the case, you might want to be careful because price here is probably just going to continue to go sideways for a little bit before we start to get a directional push. You guys can see my divergence right here down the middle or down at the bottom. Looking over here on the market profile, we do have nice rejections here off the bottom end. So we have a rejection here off the value high on the 30 minute. We also have a rejection right here. Or not really a rejection, but price is breaking past the value high on the 1 hour. So with that being said, we do have confluences here for possible buy opportunities to continue up higher, right? Price is in this high volume area right here. So if this is the case, you're probably not going to see too much happening here. Price might just sit down the middle. And looking over here again, if you're looking to take entries, look for price to break and close above this higher high and retest it, continue up higher. Or if you're looking for sells, look for price to break below these lower levels right here and push back to open. Otherwise, I think price will just go sideways here for a bit. Not really a good area to be trading unless you are taking some sweeps. So if you are looking to take sweeps, sweep from up here or sweep from down here, but don't really trade right here down the middle because it's easy to get chopped out of your position. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Again, if you guys are not part of the Discord, just scroll down to the description. The Discord link is going to be down there. I post my weekly, monthly, and daily outlooks right here on the Discord page. So if you guys want to see all of this stuff here, all of my levels, all of my support resistance, all of my supply and demand, everything here is listed. If you want to see all of these zones here that are marked up on my chart, just pull them here from the Discord and then put them on your chart so that you guys can understand, what to look out for. But all right, guys, 8 o'clock. I'm cutting out right now. No trades for me today. It's all good. Here are my stats for the year so far, guys. I think I didn't. Yeah, so for last week, I had a slightly red week. I took a couple losses and I took a couple wins as well. So slightly red week for July. This is my stats for July. Locked in 168,095 for the month of August right now. So far, I took one trade on Friday. I'm up 12,000 on that day. For the year so far, I'm currently up 594,230 gross, 499,281 net. So we're in a nice upwards trend right here for the year. We did pretty good from January up until April. Then it kind of went sideways once the tariff news came out. I picked it right back up in July right here, pushed up quite a bit. And now we're back in this upwards trend. So it's looking pretty good for the year. And, we'll just keep grinding, guys. So no entries for me today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have something. If not, I'm going to be taking it very conservatively until something good comes up. So, all right, I think that's it. Let me see if there's anything else here to look at. Barack said, sitting on my hands for now. We are in a supply zone. Yeah, I agree, Barack. And it's pretty much going sideways at the moment. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me copy this real quick, Brock. Um, I don't know if this is the same one. Did you here? I'll just put it in our chat right here on Discord, or let me put it in my notes. Yeah. So I'll keep looking for that, but I think for right now, guys, we're pretty much done looking for any entries. But yeah, if you see anything, Brock, just mark it out and then let me know, and I'll take a look at it. I just need to understand it a little more before I can, bring the information over to the coder so they can put it into something. But all right, guys, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, again, if you guys are looking to take some trades, possible high-low break and retest setting up over here. But it is